we are going to move on to sexy numbers. We will come back and we'll finish talking about the last match, Lon Harris versus Chance Ellison, a little bit later on. But right now, everybody, it is time for...
I'm going to talk dirty to you for a second. Math.
Double D's sexy numbers. Dan, what do you got for us?
Okay, so let me bring this up. I'm doing solo this week. So basically, I wanted to know how many different scores there have been in the Schmoedown. So what does that mean by different scores? So if you have one singles match that has a score of 17-16, and then another singles match with the same score of 17-16, that's counted as one score. So how many 17-16, 17-15, 17-13, and so on and so forth have there been based on, number one, how many all of the divisions and the 3-round, 5-round divisions. So with a 3-round singles division, this is basically what the shape looks like. You have, an important note is I don't count the overtime or a sudden death scores because that could actually inflate the scores. So I like having an endpoint, which for a 3-round singles match is 27-27. And in a 3-round singles match, there's a possible of 338 possible scores. And out of the 5 years that the Schmoedown has been in this format, only 89 different scores have been filled. That is a 26% fill rate. Most of them are in the 3-round scores and in the 2nd-round scores. Obviously, we haven't had too many knockout scores or round 1 scores, which is good for us because that means the matches have been really, really tight for the most part. For a 5-round match, obviously the possible scores are increased because you have more questions, you have more points available. So you have 767 possible scores. And out of the 5 years that the current format has been in, there's only 23 scores that have been filled, which is a 3% score rate, a fill rate. And that kind of makes sense because 5-round matches don't appear as much as 3-round matches. So that's going to be consistent across all 4 divisions. But it shows that, yeah, there's going to be a lot of scores that need to be filled up here. But I think that this is the year that we're going to actually see more scores up in this area. We have Dan Murrell, we have Chance Ellison, we have Viviani, we have the Kid. I think we're eventually going to get a perfect score of 40-40 this year because everyone has been playing on their A game so far. And moving on to teams, this is a 3-round teams. Notice that I'll flip back forth. With a 5-round singles match, the top scores are 40-40, 42-38, 42-37, and so on and so forth. We have the exact same scores at a 3-round match as it is for a 5-round match in singles. And the only reason why that it's not the same possible scores is because there's 2 more questions asked in the 2nd round, which gives us a total of 855 possible scores, yet only 81 scores have been found. That's a 9% fill rate. So we haven't seen much of most of them are in the 2nd round score rate, 2nd round scores, but we are starting to see more 3rd round scores. Now, a 5-round teams match has the most possible scores in the entire Schmoedown. So when I was doing my simulations for all the different possible scores, this is what I use because everything's going to be in here. Whether you're talking about IG, Star Wars, or singles, in any of the 3-round, 5-round matches, they will appear in here. So there's a total of 1,488 possible scores. There's only 20 scores that have been filled. That's a little over 1% fill rate. And of course, like I said, 5-round scores appear very briefly. So going on to IG and Star Wars. Now, IG and Star Wars have the exact same score, possible scores. It's the exact same graph. It's the exact same score, possible scores. So I just kind of combined the 2 And also, we don't have as many Star Wars and IG matches as compared to the other divisions, so it makes more sense just to combine them both. So so there's 474 possible scores for IG and Star Wars. Only 66 different scores have been filled in, and that's a 13% fill rate. And if you look over here, yellow is Star Wars, green is IG. For those of you who can't I'll see it. I'll say that most of the scores in round 3 are Star Wars scores. There's only like maybe 5 IG matches that are in the 3-round section. The second round is mostly consists of IG. Only 2 are Star Wars matches. So that's just proof that Star Wars competitors play on a different level to IG. With a 5-round match, you have a total of 983 possible scores. And out of that, only 23 scores have been filled in, which is a 2% fill rate. Now, we have seen some perfect Star Wars matches, so that's why those 2 stats are over here. But obviously, we still have a lot to fill in. But based on Chandru's comments last week, I think that we'll start to see IG start to fill up in the final round section, because you have Robert Parker, you have Mark Knopik. We know we have, and we want to wish Kevin Smets congratulations on his success on smashing cancer. So hopefully he'll be able to return next season, and we can actually start seeing these final round scores being filled in. And that will conclude my segment. But we have a special caller on the line. We have Roxy Strider on the phone. Roxy, what do you think about my numbers? Roxy?
Yeah.
It was muted. We didn't hear Roxy.
Sexiest numbers by far.
Okay. Thank you, Roxy.
Sorry.
It wouldn't be a Speaking of Showdown without some glitches, right, Jay?
Well, I just learned something new with my equipment. I just learned something new. That evidently, if I'm at least not on screen, then it will not play the sound effects in the music. So learn something new every day.
Yeah, but good to know from you.
I'll jump on screen before you're done, and then it'll flow a lot easier. In fact, you know what, guys? We just did a rewind. What was that again? Who you got a call from?
Oh, we got Roxy Strider on the phone. Roxy, what do you think of my numbers?
By far.
Yeah. You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.